Just to finish on the midterms, you're going to be heading out on the campaign trail soon.
I am.
Immigration's become a major issue. The president keeps talking about this migrant caravan, and he references Middle Easterners that are part of this caravan without evidence. Why is that, and where is the evidence, if any?
Well, it's inconceivable that there are not people of Middle Eastern descent in a crowd of more than 7,000 people advancing toward our border. I mean, the truth is, well, let me
Sure.
Statistics on this. I mean, in the last fiscal year, we apprehended more than 10 terrorists or suspected terrorists per day at our southern border, from countries that are referred to in the lexicon as other than Mexico. That means from the Middle East region. I mean, the idea that they would not be in this large throng, that what the president of Honduras told me was organized by leftist groups in Honduras, financed by Venezuela, and sent north to challenge our sovereignty and challenge our border. And now it's grown. The president had me reach out to President Hernandez in Honduras, to President Morales in Guatemala. We've been working very closely with Mexico. We're going to do everything in our power to prevent this caravan from coming north and violating our border. But ultimately, it is an issue in this election because what human traffickers are doing, what criminal gang members are doing in this instance, and frankly, in literally every day of the week, where they take cash to bring people up the peninsula in the hopes of them either making a claim for asylum or simply crossing our border illegally to be apprehended, is they're taking advantage of not only our porous border, but loopholes in our laws. Our catch and release program are all used and exploited by human traffickers who have no regard for human life. You know, when I spoke to the president of Guatemala, he told me how at that point they were already beginning to bus some people back to Honduras, elderly, vulnerable children who'd simply been left by the side of the road by the organizers of this caravan. I mean, the truth of the matter is far beyond this caravan, nearly 40% of young girls that make their way into our country at the hands of human traffickers are sexually abused. We determined they've been sexually abused on their way north. It is unconscionable for us to continue to allow this to occur, but the way we can end it, as the president's made clear, is to have a Congress that is willing to not only fund a wall, secure our border, but to close the loopholes that human traffickers and violent gang members use to entice people to make the long and dangerous journey up the peninsula. We really do believe that we've got a crisis at our southern border, but the only way we're going to deal with that crisis in the long term is by bringing about changes in the law. And the American people have a very clear choice to make. And the Democratic Party today supports catch and release. They have opposed the wall. They have opposed efforts for additional internal enforcement and the kind of reforms that, frankly, we've been talking about for more than a decade. The Republican Party is committed to building a wall, committed to closing the loopholes, ending catch and release, reforming a broken immigration system, and it's very much an issue on the minds of people everywhere I go across the country.